Here.
I call the honourable member for Goldstein.
Well, thank you, Deputy Speaker, and I really welcome the opportunity to talk about this important issue of the establishment of an Integrity Commission, Anti-Corruption Commission for the Commonwealth. And I do so because, like members on this side of the chamber, we were elected on a platform to deliver one in this term of parliament. And unless I've mistaken, we're still in this term of parliament. But critically, what we're seeking to do is develop an anti-corruption commission that actually has integrity. And this is an important point because there's one of the reasons why we need to make sure we consider it very carefully and make sure the legislation is right. And it's because of the sponsor of this motion, the member for Isaacs. The member for Isaacs has many, shall we say, tricks. These tricks can involve making baseless allegations in this parliament in the hope of attracting a headline. It can include tricks like getting out his pad of allegations and making referrals of members in this place to the Australian Federal Police with virtually none, if not no, evidence whatsoever. In fact, I've previously described the member of Isaacs as addicted to a AFP referral pad like a dodgy doctor is to the issuing of medications to drug addicts. The reality is the member for Isaacs has consistently sought to abuse referrals to the Australian Federal Police for political gain, wasted the time of the Australian Federal Police, wasted public resources for naked and pathetic political gain. And it's not really surprising because he is on the last hurrah of his time in this parliament. I understand he's already been advised about the fact that he will be dumped from the shadow ministry in the next term of parliament should he be re-elected, because he no longer carries the support of the Victorian right. So I do understand trying to draw attention to his performance matters now because he's applying for his job even though he has been denied in the next parliament. But let's leave aside the member for Isaac's failed future to him. Let's talk about what we want to do with an anti-corruption body and an integrity commission, because what we wanted to do is get referrals from proper agencies who have competency and capacity to judge what is in the best interests of Australians and what matters should progress through to being considered by such anti-corruption agencies, not simply the political whims of the failed member for Isaacs. And of course, that is what we are doing, and we are put out a consultation paper that is looking at exactly how we develop an anti-corruption framework that will enhance accountability across the public sector. And this consultation process on legislation to establish a commission has recently been completed, with 333 written submissions received and 46 consultations, meetings and roundtables occurring during the consultation period. That is the difference between drawing up a post-it note policy like the opposition versus a comprehensive, consultative, legislative reform under a competent Commonwealth Morrison government. I do realise that this pains members of the opposition, because with respect to the minister who gave the first speech in this debate in response to the MPI, he forgot someone out. And I noticed the member for Ballarat also forgot someone out in her rebuke of the minister. And of course, it was the corrupt Senator Sam Dastyari, caught taking brown paper bags, having debts wiped out by interests, Chinese national interests, against the interests of our nation. So that didn't go through an anti-corruption commission, but yes, there definitely has been a Labor senator who has been caught red-handed betraying his nation while serving in this parliament. And I notice the silence.
Order. The member for Goldstein, I think, is sailing very close to the wind now in terms of the standing orders. I would counsel him not to continue down that track in terms of, in particular, reflecting on a former senator in the way in which he has in terms of the characterisation he's made.
Is noted. I notice the silence of the members of the opposition.